Hello everyone, welcome to a foreigner farming in the Philippines. So I've drained this tank out as low as it will go. Now I need to dig out all this area here because the step is going to be right here. There you are. I've saved some of the little tilapia that got washed out. There's a couple hundred little 1-inch size fry in here, at least 100 anyway. There they go. The only thing that there's no adult fish in here, so the only thing that I can think of is that there are adult fish in that last tank, and the only thing I can think of is that when I was pumping water to circulate, it pumped a little fry, a bunch of little fry in here, and it didn't hurt them. They survived the pump. So I'm going to begin to dig this down. So this is basically going to be flat in through here, and then there's going to be a step on each side beginning here. So I'm going to have to dig this down quite a bit. That stump, I don't know, you guys have seen these coconut stumps. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to remove it. It's just way too much like work when you don't have a fistful of dynamite. So I'm going to begin prepping this. I'll do that side first so I can finish draining this tank and get it cleaned out some. And we'll go from there. Alright, so it took me and Tata about 2 hours, at least 2 hours, to clean this tank, to thoroughly clean it. Because I remember what we did now. We only raised up this one side over here so that would kind of create a channel on this side to drain, and it was only partially effective. We need to put fill in all this area here and make a slope all the way back to the blocks here so that it easily drains. We had to bail the rest of this water out about 1 inch deep by hand, and that's just not, that ain't the way it ought to be. We managed to save, I don't know, 50 or so tilapia that were in it, about half maybe that were in it. And there's still a bunch in this little puddle right here. We've dug this out so that drain will actually drain now, and we'll put a cement, the plan is to someday to put a cement walkway all the way around, but it's not in the budget right now. What we're going to do now is Marcel has gone into town to get 10 hollow blocks, a ball valve, and 3 bags of cement, and hopefully that'll be enough to partition this one large pen into 2 small ones and put some slope in this floor, I hope. Tata is laying the form bar now for the to hold the hollow block, to strengthen them a bit. Alright, so the blocks have been laid. It's a good thing I got an extra bag of cement. The estimate was for 3 and I ended up getting 4. And I got 4 because it always surprises us how much fill is required on these thicker 6-inch blocks. And so, I don't know, it's going to be touch and go even with that extra bag, because we still have to fill these and then put a little bit of a top on it. Hi, Tata. I wish we had put that transfer pipe in before. Yeah, I know you love beating on those blocks. It's so much easier just to put it in first. Oh well, doesn't matter. So I'm going to get Tata another wheelbarrow of sand, or two. How many? 2 wheelbarrows, Tata? Hmm? 3? All right. Alright, continuing on here, so we've got a little bit of form bar. I cut out the transfer pipes. I'm going to use 2 little pipes for going from this tank to this tank. The single pipes just don't look. I want the 1/2-inch pipe because I don't want the adult crayfish migrating through them. If I used a 1-inch pipe as in the transfer between these 2 tanks, the adults, there is a chance they would come in here, and I don't know, either this is going to be a grow out tank or just a habitat for a pregnant female. Either way, you don't need other adults crayfish coming in here. And we're going to use this old piece here as a higher transfer between these 2 tanks. Similar to that one right there, but much lower. That's why I was, rather than having to beat out one of these hollow blocks, because this needs to be like here, actually lower than that, probably right there, and could have just easily set that in there and work the blocks around it. Thought I didn't want to do it that way. He would rather hack away at it after he's already got it put in. I've got the ball valve here. I'm going to cut a section of 1-inch pipe as the drain to go from here out, and then we'll be all set. Alright, well, I've started to dig this out here at the edge of the tank with the perhaps impossible dream of removing the stump. This is a coconut tree stump, but it has started to rot. It's not still alive like that one over there. But, of course, there's a red ant nest in it. And they have been lighting me up. So, it's time for the bar. And I really don't want to stand close enough to it to do anything with the bar. So I'm going to let them settle down for a few minutes and then hit it again while I go get a cold drink. These coconut tree stumps are pretty amazing. This one was cut down, I think, 6 years ago. And the top of it is rotten, you can see. But below ground level, it's still alive. It is, I don't know. She just cannot kill them. So what I've done is clean this the best that I can with a shovel, and I've got no choice. This has to get out of here. I'm not going to keep dodging around this and having to look at it. It has to be removed because we're eventually going to put cement here. So we've got no choice. We have to get the chainsaw and just cut it flush as low as we can, because I'm not digging this out. I know what that root ball looks like. It's kind of like an iceberg. It's about, well, I can guarantee the roots on this extend out in a ball about this much all the way around this tree, if not more. Could be even this far. 400 or 500 pounds worth of roots still underneath the ground there. And well, we could dig it out. It would take all day. Could dig it out. Then we got no way to lift it out. So the thing to do is just to cut it as low as we can, like maybe right there, so we can still get a couple inches of cement over the top of it, and just do it that way and be done with it. Alright, so probably never mentioned, but this is Plateau Sand. There is some dirt in it, but we're not building a high-rise. We're raising up the floor on a crayfish pen, and this isn't a high-rise either. It's just, it's just basically a retaining wall. So this will make a good enough mix. And we saved 1,400 pesos, because that's how much a cubit of sand is now. Everything's getting so expensive. Just got to cut corners where you can. Right, Tate? Yeah. So what better place to mix it than right in the tank? It's not like it's going to go anywhere. And that cuts down on having to haul it. And our wheelbarrow, look at that poor wheelbarrow, it's just about had it. So definitely don't need to be hauling cement in it, concrete in it. But doing Charlie's playpen just about did that wheelbarrow in, because they were mixing the concrete remotely and hauling it in the wheelbarrow. I don't know how well it's showing up on video, but Tata's floated out a V in the center there. And we had this conversation that we at least like these two tanks to properly drain reasonably quickly, and it took us 2 hours to clear this out because it just wouldn't drain that last inch or two. Put about 2 inches of fill on this end, going down to nothing down there, and with a slight V in it. So it will drain now. I can just about guarantee it. Thought I did perfect on this. So off to this side. Need to do the same thing. Now we don't have the drain put in this one yet. That's next, I guess. All right. Well, even though this box is smaller than the other one, because it's about, 18 inches shorter, the pitch we needed was much more pronounced, because we had put some material in it before to try to get it to drain that way, and so this end is pretty high, and to get a slope from that end to this end, we used the same amount of sand and cement that we did on the other side, but it just wasn't enough, so we went and got a wheelbarrow and a half full of rock to make up the difference, and hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, we're done with the cement work, so tomorrow is going to be the drain pipes and the transfer and all that, and taking this perimeter fence down if we have time, and getting rid of this stump in anticipation of someday being able to complete this. But for now, it's 5 o'clock. It's time to feed the animals. We're done. This box was pretty challenging. Don't know if we got enough in it or not, but it's the best that we can do. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.